Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms with a digital presence. Some of you have reached out to me since I began my Instagram series here on YouTube and had a lot of really great questions about Instagram. Seriously, so many questions. So today's video is all about Instagram for adults Q&A. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get real-world help that entrepreneur moms like you need to succeed when you're doing business online today. Now, if you're wondering whether you're too old to be using Instagram at all, let alone for business purposes, especially because Generation Z and millennials seem to have such a huge presence on the app, and you're worried about whether you can successfully market and sell on Instagram, especially given how mature the platform currently is, well, I just did a video that deals with that whole subject by itself. It might address your concern, so if you missed that video, you'll want to be sure to check it out. But here in this video, we're talking about Instagram for Adults Q&A. Let me answer some popular questions that I get from my students who tend to be older, who tend to be parents, and who tend to be skeptical about how successfully one can market and sell, especially as a products-based business on Instagram without a crazy huge number of followers to begin with, or at all, no less. Anyway, after using the Instagram app for some time and helping my students to get on it and play with it, and after having grown an Instagram account for my family's business, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, to not even 5,000 followers to date, but we nonetheless make hundreds to $1,000 or more in sales each week on Instagram. I kind of do know my way around Instagram. And I know that you don't need a ton of followers on Instagram to be a super profitable business of any type, really. Plus, you can't pay your bills with followers anyway, so having social proof is important on Instagram, but that's not the whole enchilada, if you know what I mean. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because, wow, the next few weeks are going to be packed with Instagram knowledge. You're going to learn what to do on Instagram. You're going to know why you should do it, how often you should do it, and how any of it will lead to the various conversions you need for your business to succeed. In the meantime, let's get down to Instagram for Adults Q&A. Question 1. Why should an adult bother with Instagram? Here's my answer. Instagram, while it's a more mature platform than other apps like Snapchat or TikTok, it's still not as mature and competitive a platform such as Facebook or YouTube. There's still plenty of opportunities to be had. And as I discussed in the video I did called Do I Belong on Instagram, people do want to be sold to on the app. They enjoy content created by businesses on Instagram, and they will either buy directly on Instagram or they will use Instagram content to inform their purchasing decisions off app, if you will. So even if you're an adult who isn't into social media yourself, if you want to be a successful business owner, entrepreneur mom or not specifically, you must go where the attention is. And when, depending upon the source, it's clear that people use Instagram anywhere from half an hour to an hour daily, if your ideal customer is on Instagram, then your business needs a presence there. As nine-figure success Gary Vaynerchuk has said repeatedly, you have to go where the attention is. And trust me, the next question and answer couplet builds off of everything I've just discussed right now. Question 2, isn't Instagram just being used by kids and young adults? My answer, it's true that Generation Z and Generation Y or millennials are the generations who tend to use the Instagram app a great deal. However, as the popularity of Instagram just continues to grow, millennials, Gen Xers, and baby boomers are using the app in ever increasing numbers, which is good news for you if you're an adult business owner who wants to use some brand awareness, followers, email list opt-ins, and yes, sales. You need to be on there. As I discussed in the video Am I too old for Instagram? I made it clear that 3/4 of the people, if not more, using the app to date are the very people who have disposable income, who are capable of purchasing your products and or buying up your services, and are therefore very likely to be members of your niche anyway. As any good business owner knows, it's not about you, it's about the people you're serving. So if you're grappling with whether or not you should get into social media content marketing at all, let alone on Instagram, or you've been dabbling on Instagram, but you're not really doing regular content marketing, relationship marketing, sales marketing, either or both, well, I'm here to tell you you need to get ready to double down in order to see your conversions go up, mama. Question 3, are hashtags worth it on Instagram? Oh my goodness, they're practically everything on Instagram. That hexadecimal symbol, pound sign, or hashtag, all the same thing, is how the platform indexes content, which will help you get found in organic search, which can help you gain all 3 of the main business conversions or macro conversions out there: more followers, more email list opt-ins, and more sales. Where a lot of my students initially are stuck is that they publish content on Instagram, sometimes multiple times a day, but because they don't optimize their content on the platform correctly, they're wasting their time, which is sad, but easily corrected, which is nice. If you don't use hashtags on Instagram at all, you're likely never going to be found by anyone, ever. If you don't use the right kinds of hashtags, you either get penalized by the algorithm, maybe what you're using is not relevant to the content you publish, or you're not found by the right people, members of your niche. If you use hashtags that are too popular, then you fail to be found by anyone or anyone much for long. Want to learn more about hashtags and how they're best used on Instagram? You've got to subscribe to my channel because there's definitely a video or 2 that's going to break it all down for you. That's how important the proper use of hashtags are on that platform. Question 4, should I just run ads on Instagram? My answer to that, yes, but later, after you've gotten proof of concept, which means you're getting conversions regularly on Instagram. You're steadily growing your followers. You're steadily getting more email opt-ins, and you're steadily getting more sales. Then you can safely run ads because then it's like putting gasoline on a roaring fire. Boom! You're more likely to get roaring results. But if your profile isn't getting much activity, there's no roaring fire. There might not be anything much going on at all. So then it's like dumping gasoline directly onto the ground or pavement. That's no good. So save your money for now. You've likely got work to do on Instagram to fetch organic conversions first. Then once you've got proof of concept, things are working out, you're growing, then you can get paid traffic. Both are important. I just don't want you putting the cart before the horse. Question 5. I've tried to do well on Instagram. Now what? Subscribe to this channel, click the bell notification, and check out the content that's coming out pretty much on the daily. I've recorded a bunch of stuff up front, so trust me, I'm gonna have video after video that's gonna help you get that proof of concept and the digital traction you need to succeed, okay? Oh wait, one last quick and popular question. Question 6, do I have to have a perfectly curated feed? Answer, nope. The production value doesn't have to be a big deal at all. When done in app, your content editing options are decent, but we're not talking about you learning how to use crazy sophisticated editing software like you're busting out a major motion picture from your phone or something. In fact, Instagram users are very fatigued about the whole perfectly curated feed thing. That's so 2 years ago. The real life, off the cuff, unplugged sort of stuff, that scores big. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell because in the next part of this Instagram series, I'll address what may be one last lingering concern that you might have about Instagram before getting into it, even as an adult, which is that app safe to use? I'll go over what to do to protect yourself and your family so that you can market on Instagram in a way that's both fun and safe. So don't miss that video. Again, make sure you hit that notification bell and select all so that you can follow along with this entire Instagram series that I've got to offer you. In the meantime, while you're waiting for that video, be sure to check out these two awesome videos as well. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot when you do that. And of course, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.